It's not supposed to be easy, and you're not supposed to have all the answers. But what happens is you get in your own way. It's like you're way too smart. You're way too educated. Like I've been in groups, and when I go to events, and like personal trainers, and they haven't gone to college, or they're just out of the military, I'm the smartest one in the room. They're more successful because guess what? They do what they're told. They take action. They don't think too hard. You luckily had an opportunity to go and get an amazing education, but you were trained to think too much. You know what that does? And now I'm Dr. LeBauer, and someone comes to me and asks me for help. I'm supposed to have all the answers. But what happens when I don't have all the answers? Well, a powerful person is going to say, you know what? I don't have the answer. I'm going to go find it for you. But guess what? What if you're asking yourself for the answer? What do you do? And you say, hey, I don't have the answer. Do I figure it out? Do I ask for help? How do I get it? How did I figure all this out? How did I get comfortable asking questions? Well, I wasn't supposed to get into Duke University. There were 8 other kids in my high school class of 52. They all had better grades than me. My dad didn't name a quad or buy a football stadium. I had like B's in high school, and somehow I got into Duke. Maybe I had the right connections. I lived in North Carolina, so at the time they put a few more kids there. But I wasn't supposed to get into Duke. I didn't have the grades to get into Carolina. But I got in, and I got there, and there were kids that were so much smarter than me. Like I showed up the first day of English, and I was like, sweet, I've read 3 of the 7 books. This will be easy. Everyone else had already read all 7 books before the class even started. And I was like, where did they get all these ideas? Where did they get all these things? And I think looking back, what I learned in school was how to figure it out, how to go find the answer, and how to ask for help. Not only did I figure out and learn how to find the answer at the library, and this is back when you had a card catalog, you had to go to the big thing on the wall, look through all the papers, or get the microfiche if you're doing some historical research. But I had friends. I didn't just have friends. I had fraternity brothers that helped me. These guys were smarter than me. I had a fraternity brother who sat down with me. I was struggling in chemistry, trying to understand molarity. And Steve was my age, and he was in pre-med, but he was like a year ahead of me. But he wasn't a year ahead of me. He was a year ahead of me in classes because he came in with all these AP classes. The guy was smart. But he sat down and helped me. I asked him for help. I said, hey, man, I need help. So Steve helped me get an A in chemistry. Man, I aced the test. I understood molarity. I didn't just memorize molarity. I understood it. But how did I get there? I had to ask for help. But I got A's, and then it was the next year that I tried organic chemistry and realized I just got an A in this. I just worked so hard to get an A in this, and it's going to take me 4 hours to do the first night homework and review. And I was like, fuck that. There's an easier way to get what I want. Right? I didn't want to have to bang my head against the wall to get what I wanted. I wanted to figure out another way to do that. And for me, that was becoming a massage therapist and then becoming a physical therapist and now helping other people grow their business. Because what I really wanted to make an impact in the world. I wanted people to look back when I die and be like, there was Aaron LeBauer. He was a great husband and a great father, and he changed the healthcare profession. He changed the way people think about healthcare. That's what I want. I want to change things, and I'm willing to struggle, and I'm willing to ask for help, and I'm willing to do things. If I've asked you for help and you help me, I'm going to do what you say. I'm just going to go do it. But I've had to learn that over the years. And what happens is we're put with so much responsibility with someone's health in our hands that when we do it and we do good and we're smart, it feeds our ego. But you know what asking for help does? It takes a chink out of that ego. It chinks our ego. It's like, oh, I just scarred my ego. Well, no, it doesn't really. It doesn't really do that. It just makes you stronger. Because I've been trying to think, like, where is it? Like, what is it that is going to help kind of catapult you to massive success? Because, man, today at like 11:45, I was like, fuck all this. I'm just going to go build my clinic and treat patients and just spend all my time building that up. Like, I won't have as big of an impact in the world, but at least I can control my own destiny. I can control what I can control. I was like, no, but that's not what I want to do. That's not what I want. And what I want to do is I want to see you succeed so together we can help change like the whole mindset around pain and injuries. Because just because someone pulls a muscle doesn't mean that their back should never move and it's fragile, right? Like, you guys are with me on that. But how do we do that? I can't just do that one person at a time. That's going to take thousands of years. It won't happen in my lifetime. It's scary to ask for help. It's hard for asking for help. You probably sat through PT school and barely asked a question. You probably went and looked up the answer, right? And I've figured this out over the years. Like, I could go to the Duke library and I could go through the card catalog. This is before the internet. I could find the answer. And even now on the internet, like, I could find answers, right? Really quickly. But which one's the right one? Which answer is the right answer? Like, I'm never going to know that, especially if I don't take action on them. So if you're never taking action, even if you ask for help and you go, whoa, hey, at the back of the room here, hey, Aaron, what do you think about NPI numbers? Right? And I tell you, and then you don't do anything about it. Like, yeah, you took a little chance. But if you raise your hand, you say, hey, over here, I've got a question. I got a problem. I need help getting it solved because I don't want to have to think about it anymore. I just want to get from point A to point B. So now I can start making a difference in more people's lives. Then you get there. Boom. And no, filling your clinic and the marketing isn't like easy as snapping your fingers. But there's proven ways to do it. We just have to get out of our own way. It's because our ego gets in our own way and tells a story in our head that we're not good enough, that it's embarrassing, that, you know, I might look stupid for asking a question. There's no stupid questions. Like, I've asked so many stupid questions. I ask redundant questions because I want to make sure that I'm understanding it right. You know, I'm not going to put in all this effort and leave wondering, what if?